Folks, here's another edition from SportsbookReview.com's college basketball conference preview with the big man on campus. Today on deck, the Mountain West Conference. Big conference, Jeff. A lot of changes. Let's get right on down to it. Who do we think is going to win this conference? But better yet, talk to us about some changes here as well.
Yeah, San Diego State, the big change. Obviously, Steve Fisher leaves the school that he really built into a national power. But don't worry, Brian Dutcher comes in. I mean, Donnie, he followed him from Michigan. He's been with this program for many years. He's really the head coach in waiting, basically, for Steve Fisher. And, he's introducing a new offense, which I think people at Montezuma Mesa are going to be pretty excited about. This team has largely been, for the last several years, even back to the Kawhi Leonard era, a defensive stalwart. They're great in the half court defensively. They don't normally ever have a go-to scorer. This year, they're kind of more up-tempo. They want to attack. And they were able to keep players from leaving. Malik Pope was a kid that is a senior now. He's put up or shut up time. He's going to supposedly have a big year. Trey Kell and Hemsley are back, two good ball handlers. And they went out and did some great things in the transfer market, brought in a scorer named Devin Watson from San Francisco. I mean, he's going to put up some numbers for them. He's going to be a kid that can come in and give you instant offense. And I like the ability of Cameron Rooks out of Cal, a big kid, 7'1", 7'2". If he can stay healthy, that's been a problem for him. If he can stay healthy, he gives them possibly the best big threat they've had really since, if you want to compare like a Malcolm Thomas, ever since him. I mean, they've never had a legit center that you can hand the ball to and say, give me some baskets. He's a big bruising kid. I think fans should really be excited at Montezuma Mesa. Nevada's a team that a lot of people are picking, but I'm just not sure how they literally, Donnie, went out and got a whole new team. They have one player that was a high-level contributor from last year. Other than that, it's all new players. Eric Musselman and Johnny Jones are going to have some trouble, I think, early on kind of getting all that put together. I'm going to go with San Diego State, a team to me that I think is a little bit more likely to be able to be consistent earlier.
Yeah, San Diego State last year, 9-9 in conference play. UNLV pulled up the rear at 4-14. Give us some dark horses we can look at in this conference to maybe win it here.
Wyoming. I always pick Wyoming because they have, Donnie, in this conference, they present an interesting travel situation. Getting to Laramie is not easy, especially for a lot of newcomers. And what did I just say, Donnie? Nevada's got a ton of newcomers. San Diego State's got transfers. All these teams, UNLV, a lot of their players coming in are fairly new. Going to Laramie is a very tough proposition, and the Cowboys returned 4 starters. They won the CBI last year, and do you know how, Donnie, they won the CBI? They had the ability of playing in Laramie. They get Coastal Carolina, who has never played in Laramie, and it was an extremely tough way to do things. And they bring back 4 starters. Justin James is a fantastic player, a kid that many people could say is possibly the best player in this conference. For me, this is a tough conference, but I think Wyoming always has to be looked at just because they present a truly obscure, tough travel schedule.
In the Mountain West Conference, Jeff, give us some betting angles we can look at to possibly make some money on here.
I think the betting angle would really just be, definitely don't remember what happened last year, which is something that I'd really tell you in any conference. But, many people are going to look at what happened last year and say, well, I'm not backing UNLV. Donnie, how many times did you back UNLV last year? A lot.
Enough to lose money on.
Yeah, you hated them. But they have a top 15 recruiting class coming in. They had Brandon McCoy, a McDonald's All-American. Marvin Menzies is doing big things in UNLV. And I think in the next year or two, they're going to be back to what we know UNLV basketball is. They have a huge market out there. The Las Vegas area is becoming ripe with not only pro, but a college talent. I love Menzies. He's a Steve Fisher disciple. They're really stocked with talent. I just want to remember, don't look at what happened last year. Don't think Colorado State's just going to be good because they made a run. They lost a lot last year. And don't just think the UNLV is going to suck because they sucked last year. Teams that are young have to improve. UNLV is a bet-on team for me.
Folks, that's been your Mountain West College Basketball Conference preview with SportsbookReview.com featuring the big man on campus. For everything college basketball, check out SportsbookReview.com.